What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Well, the prejudging for the Men's Open just wrapped up at the Arnold Classic, and you guys, we were told we were going to get a show, and man, we got a show. So I wanted to jump right into it and take a look at the top 5 to start this video. The top 5 had Nick Walker, Big Ramy, Samson Dauda, Andrew Jacked, and Sean Clarida, who nudged William Bonac for that first call-out, so that's really saying something. So as these guys walk out, my eyes are immediately drawn to Andrew. His conditioning is next level. The feathering he has in the front shots in his quads is unrivaled on that stage. Nick is definitely grainier, and I think he has more depth, like to the cuts in his quads, but compared to Samson, Nick needs some more upper quad sweep near the hip tie-in. Actually, everybody does compared to Samson. See, that's the thing where these guys stand next to each other, their weaknesses are exposed. And when you look at Samson definitely has the best quad sweep on stage, and I think the best X-frame too. His X-frame is so impressive. Like, looking at just the X-frame, Samson is the winner. Now, they did keep Big Ramy to the outside of this call-out, but when you look at Big Ramy, okay, so first we can address the dents in his quads, since it's a bit of a hot topic these days. And we were told those dents were gone. And look, they do look less noticeable, but they're not gone. They're not gone. You can still see the dents. So, I don't know what else to say about that. But look, Ramy's legs looked a bit washed out to me. Now, from the side, I think Big Ramy looked a lot better. His side chest looked really good. But, Nick does take the side shots, from the lower body, I find. But I think Andrew takes the side chest from the upper body for an overall winner. It's a great pose, like I said, for Big Ramy. And I think Samson could use a bit more separation from the side leg, but his upper body definitely keeps him in the fight. I think Nick's abs and thigh was improved, but you have to give that one to Andrew. The feathering in the quad is really, really impressive. Big Ramy in the abs and thigh is probably the worst abs and thigh I've seen from Big Ramy. And look, that sucks to say, but it's definitely not where it should be or what it once was. His back double is improved. I think that was an execution thing at the Olympia more than anything. So, look, overall, a good showing for Big Ramy, I think. He won't win the show, but this is better than his Olympia showing. Now, as for Sean Clarida, I haven't said much about Sean in this video so far, because my eyes just aren't drawn to Sean in this lineup. I would say he was just a little bit grainier at the Olympia, like through the shoulders and chest, but he's up 3 or 4 pounds, so maybe just a little bit of that conditioning might have been lost. Like, you're talking about 0.5%, that's about it. But I think he is going to lose ground due to his stature against these top-tier giants of the sport. So this was a great first call-out. Now, the second call-out had Patrick Moore, Akeem Williams, Justin Rodriguez, Kamal Elgargny, and William Bonac. So Justin showed up looking a bit soft, especially through the legs, but he was looking really good, this time yesterday. So I don't know what happened with Justin, but he's definitely off here. At the end of the day, Justin needs to get some rest. He came into the show, but now he has to take an extended off period to rest up and then come back to the stage. Patrick Moore showed up looking wide as a house from the front, actually, but he does lack size through the arms and quads to be competitive for, a top 5 spot in this lineup. But this is the best Patrick Moore we've seen since the 2019 Olympia. Kamal showed up looking very similar to his Olympia showing, I think, which is a great overall package for Kamal, and probably looked bigger in this lineup than I thought he would. But he is getting outsized, so I think he'll be sitting somewhere in that 8th, 9th, or 10th place spot. Akeem, unfortunately, Akeem missed the mark again. He's super big, super full, super round, and still has that super crazy shape, but the conditioning, it just isn't there. He was looking good in his updates leading up to the show too, so whatever happened, Akeem is going to miss out on that top spot in this lineup. He needs to come back with improved conditioning for the night show if he wants to make up any ground at all. Now, they did a call-out with William, Ramy, Sean, and Akeem too, and I think that was the battle for this 5th place and 6th place spot. I think William showed up in good shape. He's definitely conditioned, and I think if he comes in better tomorrow, maybe a little bit sharper, then he could make his way past Big Ramy potentially. They did put Sean right next to Big Ramy for some of this call-out, and look, this is a perfect example of what I was saying before. Sean looks great, but standing next to Big Ramy is completely different than standing next to Nick Walker. He gets completely outsized. But Sean did outcondition William, Akeem, and Big Ramy. Now, the last call-out was between our presumed top three, being Nick, Andrew, and Samson. And the first thing I noticed when Samson started posing is that he just looked like he was flattening out as the round went on and on. But Andrew looked like he kept getting harder and harder. Like, my eyes kept going over to Andrew. Even though you can't ignore Samson's crazy X-frame and quad sweep from the front. And you know, Nick just has that freak factor. He's got that really good stomach control, and he really does. He commands the stage, and I really felt that from Nick. But he definitely has his work cut out for him, but I still think he did enough to win this show so far. From the back, it's Nick Walker all day. From the side, I think Nick does edge out a win, but in this last call-out, I think Andrew does push him a little bit more than the first call-out. And the front shots, I think Andrew takes the side tricep and the abs and thigh. I think Nick takes the most muscular though. Andrew needs a bit more size through the arms if he's going to do a crab most muscular. Maybe it was just getting a little bit late into the posing for Nick, but I noticed he was starting to lose control of his stomach just right at the end. Right at the end, you can notice Nick losing a little bit of stomach control. But as I have it right now, I have Nick in first, Andrew in second, and Samson in third. If Samson didn't smooth out in that last top three call-out, I think he would have taken second to Andrew. But Andrew showed up 110%, just like we were told he would. Some of these guys have some room to improve to come back tomorrow and see if we can change around some of these placings. I'll take a closer look at the Classic Physique Finals tomorrow. Maybe I'll go through some of the individual routines of the Men's Open. Guys, leave me a comment if you guys want to see that, and leave me a comment of who you have in the top three so far. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Finals are tomorrow. I'll have all the updates for you guys right here. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.